It remind me of this, and I think it's also something I read online. They were analyzing the Russian state of power. How does it work in the sphere of like in Russia, right?
Yeah.
And it's
How
very
does it work?
fascinating because you have essentially different societies within the society.
Right.
So you have that level of like, okay, the poorest people, and then you have the people who have a little bit of power, and
Hmm.
then the one on top of that, and they speak their own language. They're like they are their own societies almost, where
Right. They have their own culture at
it's
that
that whole
level.
kind of a class, social class, right? It's like
Hmm.
there's a classes of people. It's unspoken because in public everybody's oh we all equal. Everybody is we all citizens of this country, and but the way they speak to each other, that they recognize each other's status. Are you
Ah,
below me? Are you above me? And then
there's
they
some dog
talk
whistle
differently. They
things.
talk very differently for different level of people, and they know understand how they're gonna need to say certain things, do certain things, to get more favors. To so that system, as as unpleasant as it is what is being maintained. This level of different class of people, right? And it happens in all societies, just different names, different, the flavors are different, the nomenclature is different, but how it functions is kind of very similar. And it sucks, but it's kind of how these society functions historically, and it's just continue on being passed down. This is the way things are. It means that whoever is below is gonna get crushed. Essentially, you are the serfs. You are the ones being servicing the higher power, and there are different classes of that, of servicing different levels. And it's almost like these people subconsciously recognize, okay, I'm born into this. Like for me to get above my class, I have to do all the work. And if I get lucky, maybe I can transcend that in my generation. And then from there, I will be trying to keep myself in that position so I don't fall down the ladder, you know? So it's
Right.
but the
But
problem
but
with
that
this kind of social grouping though is that because the bottom level are continuously being crushed, essentially being used as serfs, it just means that people perceive people by status and nothing
so it's kind
else.
of like a class, like a caste of
It is a
people,
caste.
like in
It is a
India,
caste,
right?
right?
Kind of
Something
similar
like
to
that,
that.
similar, but you see, but the thing is, there is no men are created equal in this society
Yeah, it's just like
because you're not equal. You're not because you
that's
when
how it's
you're
self-organized, kind of, right?
yeah. So you can these kind of thing can be codified as in India, for example, right? If you have that caste system, then it's being codified as such. But most society are more fluid, but you still have very rigid systems where you can't overstep the line. We can try, but
Hmm.
certainly you will not be recognized. For example, in the Great Britain, for example, in UK, there's definitely that kind of class as well. Like if you're from a working class, even if
Right.
you work yourself to be rich, they do not accept you. It's a big club and you
Yeah.
ain't in it, and they will not
Yeah,
accept you
yeah, yeah.
because you're from the east side. We don't. You're
It's the
poor
way you
people.
talk. It's
It's
in the
yeah.
accent.
It's your
It's
accent. We don't
divided by
recognize you.
accents.
You're
Yeah.
not rich. You're not born rich. You're not old money. You're not part of the club. They don't
Yep.
recognize you, right? So these type of things exist in society, and that's kind of how how the people in power keep their power by maintaining this kind of level, you know? And it's sad, but this is kind of the reality for a lot of people, So in that sense, I can say, as imperfect as these democracies are, at least it give you
More
nominally
a bit of
some
a
sort of a
fair
voice,
chance. Yeah.
somewhat of a voice, somewhat of a fair, because you're not just being deemed irredeemable just because you're
Wow.
born a certain way.